I know you used to perform as a singer aboard cruise ships, but when COVID-19 happened, you and your son were accompanying your husband, who works as a cruise ship navigation officer on New Stendam. But you and your son recently moved ships to Emerald Princess. Was the repatriation process, did that have anything to do with you moving off Stendam?
Yeah, so all of the North Americans that were on the East Coast moved to the Emerald Princess to wait until we would be allowed into the U.S. So that was a better plan for us. It started to become really surreal without passengers on board. But I mean, obviously it's a bit better because then less people on board, there's more room for you to social distance. Everyone's self-isolated, which means you're in your cabin except for your allotted meal times, your fresh air breaks, your temperature checks, and yeah, it's definitely not a cruise like what people are used to. They've taken such great care of everyone. We have food on board, we have all of this, but it does start to take its toll on everyone's psyche. Not knowing what our next move is. It's definitely not like being on a cruise. I mean, like, when I run out of diapers, I can't just be like, oh, I'm going to pop to the store quick and get some diapers, or you can't take your kid and go play with other kids. You can't, hop into your car and go to the grocery store and, granted there are limited supplies in grocery stores, but you still have the choice of what you want to get. It's a bit of a struggle to find ways to entertain all the time, every day, with no parks to go to or no pools to go in or anything like that. So, but yeah, other than that, it's the necessities of what we need. We have. It's surreal to see like all of these cruise ships coming together, banding together, and it wasn't just Holland America Line. It was Celebrity, I believe Princess, and they were doing. I know Captain Kate from one of the Celebrity ships started Hope floats. So at 7:30 every night, all the ships would sound their horns to say that we're all in this together. So that was nice to have that camaraderie with everything. All of the North American crew, and some have spouses that are guests, so Ezra and I are considered guests. We're all getting off tomorrow, so that's 70 Americans and 54 Canadians, and everyone's getting private charters back to where their homes are, and then everyone's going to isolate once they get home. So I decided, it was like 4 or 5 days into being just crew on board and knowing that we're going to be at sea for a bit, to do Melodies at Sea, which is, I said I was going to record and post a song for each day we're at sea. One, to help with my sanity, to get my creative juices flowing, and two, to kind of show my family we're okay and have be their thing to see. And so I made it up to day 37, and then that day, that was when we found out we were getting disembarked the next day. So that my day 37 song, I was crying a lot. It was really hard to get through, and then so we disembarked the next day, and that's when we joined the Emerald Princess. That's when I decided to do a parody for the Song to America. I'm like, please come home. I wanted to make not something mean, but just like a plea to let the Americans and the Canadians just go home. Everyone's healthy, everyone's clean. Yeah, there is that worry because I know we're in a very safe and clean and healthy environment right now. Like, there's no cases here. To go into the open world where there are cases and you don't know where those cases are. So, but I feel like we've been prepared enough on board to really kind of be able to transition into the land stuff easier, and knowing that we still have to sanitize things, we still need to wear masks, we still need to social distance. Looking forward to I got some new recording equipment. I'm going to start getting my voiceover reel together again, and I'm thinking I might do a segment called Melodies on Land, and just do it like once a week, just to keep it going. So I did record one song, because I thought it was going to be disembarking on the 27th, and then we ended up coming here. So I did record one last song, Time to Say Goodbye, on Vivi Celli and Sarah Brightman, that I'll post as our farewell. Honestly, there's something about like the stress and the anxiety throughout the day of not knowing what's going to happen or anything like that. Being able to like look out at the sunset at night, just kind of like it calms the nerves. It did help. It definitely did help to see that, because I mean, you can't help but see that beautiful scenery and just kind of, you know, be like, it could be worse. We could be in a worse situation. You know, we're together. I have my son with me. Granted, my husband's not anymore with us, so, but, you know, my husband still has his contract, because you know, so many crew members are in that unknowing territory right now of not knowing when they're going to be able to come back to work, when they'll start having income coming in again. And I can't, like, you're making fast friends everywhere you go, because we're all in this crazy predicament that, you know, bonds everyone together. That we were all talking about doing something to commemorate the whole, like, 55 days at sea for all of us. And some people have been at sea longer, and I love ships. And it's a great way to travel, and it's a great way to see the world. And I hope that, you know, all of this, everyone can get back to. They're going to make, you know, changes. I know the future of cruising will be a bit different, but we will definitely be back on. This hasn't, you know, jaded me in any way.